Hello, welcome to Collector Creations. In this video we're doing a double feature. Two different boxes. I've cut off the labels so you don't know where I live. But this one's from DeadEndDVD because they put a sticker on their box. I got one from DeadEndDVD, one from Outrun. I kind of realized the other week I'd put in an order for Outrun. I was waiting for a pre-order from Arrow to come in because they, if you're unaware, are two Australian stores who import from the UK, the US, other countries. And so that's like their specialty, which is great. I know Joel from Dead End personally. We've met a couple of times. He's gone to the Cinemaniacs. I've met him at the movie market that they've done there. I haven't met the guy who runs Outrun, but I actually know people who know the guy who runs Outrun because they ran into him at Play Music DVD, as in the guys who run Play Music DVD met him and told me about it, which is great. So this is basically, I'm going to do a review showcasing the kind of things that you can, how they ship their stuff, and also I'm going to unbox what they got me, what I got from them. They don't know I'm doing this, so yeah, I just had placed an order with Outrun, and then was like, you know, I really want to place this order with DeadEndDVD because they've got something I really want, and they've got something else I really want that I can't get. And sometimes both stores sometimes sell the same things, sometimes they don't. In this case, they didn't, so I was able to get a good delineation of two things I wanted from both stores. So let's dive into it. I'm going to start with OutrunDVD because I ordered them first. So it comes in the standard Australia Post box. You get tape on both sides, which is good. I've always got me trusty Stanley knife because you never know when you need to cut open mail. It's pretty frequently these days. I don't know what the equivalent price-wise for both orders were. They were between $120 and $150. So yeah, there's not really a huge comparison. But I open it up. Wow, bubble wrap. And the things I ordered. Let's eventually buy a table. Maybe they should sell tables as well. They don't. So this is how they've bubble wrapped it. There's no tape on it, which I always know that Outrun doesn't tape their stuff, which is fine because it's always packaged well. You unravel it, and you get your goodies. So in this case, we have with slipcover, Kingdom of Heaven on 4K, the UK version. You can see the labels there, and Dark City, the 4K from Arrow Video. So that's great. So those are the two that I got from them. I'll be unboxing them later. Let's look at what we got from DeadEndDVD. I'm also going to tell you why I bought these as well. We're going to make it educational. So DeadEndDVD, they always have a sticker on them. It's great. It's always good to label your stuff. I like it. Even though I always know what's coming in because they always do Oz Post tracking, so I always know when it's coming in. And they both came in today. Huzzah. I ordered the Outrun stuff, again, about maybe 2 weeks ago because one of them, Dark City, was a pre-order. Whereas for Dead End, I ordered it on Thursday and it shipped on Friday. They're pretty quick. They're both pretty close to me. I know that DeadEndDVD is in Mornington, which isn't too far from me. It's about maybe a 30-minute drive, depending on if I take one freeway or take the other one. I've been to his place before. I'm pretty sure he moved, but he's still in the same suburb. Whereas Outrun is much further out. I think further out west in like Traralgon or some bullshit. So I'm like, yeah, it's like a 3-hour drive, but for Oz Post, it's like a day trip. So, you know, it doesn't take that long for them to get to me. Got more padding and more padding. Oh, God. So already both of these guys padding the shit out of their boxes. This is going to be very crinkly, so I'm going to try to speed it up. Oh, wow. And bubble wrapped. Mother of God. And taped. I'll give them that. They do tape their shit. Beautiful. Just a single wrapping of bubble wrap. Keeps it all together. And we have Cruising on 4K from Arrow Video. And Entertaining Mr. Sloan. Yes, with a slipcover. Fuck yeah. From Serum, which was an American exclusive, and I couldn't get it ordered in Australia directly from their web store, so I was able to get it from DeadEndDVD because they had it there, which was fantastic, and these were both already in stock. Wonderful. All of these 4 things that I've ordered, you can't get directly in Australia. Kingdom of Heaven is a 20th Century Fox, hence Disney release, so that's not getting a release in Australia at all. I have the old Blu-ray, which had no special features, so I'm like, I'm going to get this 4K, because even though I still haven't watched the fucking movie, I'm going to get the 4K. This I wanted the upgrade because I heard the 4K scan is amazing, even though I had the old Blu-ray. This because Lee Gambon was meant to work on it to some degree, but unfortunately passed away before he could. But Alyssa Rose, which it's not going to say on the back here, I'll have to wait till I open it up, did a video essay, which is in dedication to him. So I wanted to buy it for that reason. And of course Dark City, because you can't go wrong. This film is amazing. Also, I've met the director, nice guy, Alex Proyas. I got him to sign a copy of his other film. He's made a couple. But so let's unbox them. We got a Kingdom of Heaven. Like I said, slipcover. Yeah, they had the Steelbook their version available. It was sold out by the time I went to buy this, but it was also like $85, $90. I'm like, I haven't seen the film, so I'm not going to do that. But this, on the other hand, I just figured, why not? It wasn't very easy to find this in general, mostly because like Amazon and other places. I know Zavi had it as well, but most of them were out of stock, because I guess it's a very popular film in that regard, or maybe just not as well produced in numbers. But it was one of those things where, again, I know I haven't seen it, and I know my dad likes the film quite a bit, so he can keep my old Blu-ray, which had, again, the extended cut, which the director's cut, but it was all that was on the disc, and I bought that for like $10 a couple years ago. Sure, I haven't watched it since, but Dad has, and he actually likes the extended cut a lot more, which I'm like, good, because I've heard that that's the better version. But this comes with like 3 different cuts. I know that the 4K disc has the director's Roadshow cut and the director's cut, so that's 2 cuts of it. The Roadshow just comes with like the intermission and maybe a thing before the film, but I'm pretty sure it's just an intermission in the middle of the film, because it's like 193 minutes. Oh god. Disc 2 is movie plus bonus features, so they're both movie and bonus features. Actually, I can do this, can't I? The benefit of having a sleeve. I can show you guys on the reflective sleeve. Is it going to focus on Orlando Bloom's face? Again, the first disc, introduction by the director, roadshow commentary, 2 additional roadshow commentaries with filmmakers, the engineer's guide, which is the roadshow version only, so this is a very roadshow heavy version. Disc 2 is exactly the same stuff, and disc 3 is the path to redemption. I thought it came with a 3rd cut of the film. I thought it had the theatrical cut. I guess not. I don't really mind that it doesn't, because I don't think anyone likes the theatrical cut. Just a bunch of special features on the bonus disc, which, again, is the reason I bought this, because I've heard, I've heard that the 4K looks really nice, but it was just one of those qualities to it where it's like, you know, they've all got individual disc artwork, which is nice. Director's cut, bonus disc, director's cut, Blu-ray, director's cut, 4K, that's good. I must admit, though, I do like the artwork from the Steelbook. I would have loved to have gotten that, but again, it was mighty expensive, and by the time I went to buy it, it was already sold out. So I'm like, you know, the people who really want it will get it, and that's good for them, because I'm not a fan of the film yet, because I haven't watched it. Because again, it's a fucking long film. Which I like. I like long epics, you know, I've always liked them, you know, but I also know that Dad will be really excited to watch this on 4K, so that could be something that we might watch together. That's something that we do sometimes, which is great. Then we got Dark City. As I mentioned before, yes, I met the director, Alex Proyas. He's an Australian director. Met him at Supernova, which is a pop culture convention earlier this year, where I got him to sign Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds? Yeah, one of those things. I always forget what it's actually called, but it's along those lines. Spirits of the Sky, Gremlins of the Air, maybe that. Where did they put it? Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. Yeah, Spirits of the Air, Gremlins of the Clouds. Got him to sign it. I've got a video on him signing it. About how he signed that and other signatures that I got. Anyway, Arrow Video's limited edition comes with the sleeve. Sleeve is a bit more glossier and has a bit more pop to its colours. Again, nothing on the back. I know a lot of people hate that because they much prefer no J-cards, but I kind of like the slip covers. I don't dislike them. They do damage easily, but at least keeps everything slipped in. Actually, there is minor artwork there of some spirals. Obvious recommendation, if you are to watch this film, do not watch the theatrical cut, just watch the director's cut. Theatrical cut ruins the twist of the movie in an opening monologue, which a friend of mine who actually got me to buy the film initially on Blu-ray, because I've had the old Blu-ray for quite some time now, which I actually rewatched earlier this year, despite this having been announced, because I'm like, well, look, I'm already going to meet him, like, tomorrow. I might as well rewatch his 2 films that I like. I don't like any of the other films that he's made, but it's perfectly fine, it happens. Curiosity, for my sake, will be if, because it does have the theatrical cut. Oh, there's a business card. Ooh, never talk to strangers. Wow. Daniel P. something or other. Is that a psychiatrist? Yeah, psychiatrist. Right, I'm going to make sure I don't show you any of the postcards that could potentially spoil the film, so we'll see. Disc 1 is the director's cut on 4K with the spirally image, and same with Disc 2 is the theatrical cut on 4K. I still dislike that they don't do Blu-rays anymore, like Blu-ray 4K combo packs. I miss those days. I don't really know if it would still be more expensive or not, you know, who really knows. But of course it does still have the reversible original artwork, which, it's a really hard film to advertise artwork-wise. This is definitely better than the artwork I had on the main... Oh, The Crow! He has 3 films I like. I forget he directed The Crow. Holy shit. I always think of, like, Knowing and that one with the gods and the Egypt and stuff, which is fine, you know. I don't have to love all of his films. It's perfectly reasonable. I had a friend who loved Gods of Egypt. Good for them. This is insane. Gorgeous. Fucking Jennifer Connelly, Mother of God. Oh, it has a reversible alternate poster on the art card. That's nice. I say that, we're trying to focus on the camera, because the other one... Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's going in... I thought they all had a postcard thing, but this is a poster again, so you get 2 different posters. This is Kiefer Sutherland's character. This is a 3rd poster, which is cool. I love when they do that. Oh, I see. That's why it looked like a postcard, because it is. It's the Shell Beach postcard. It's literally a fucking postcard. Greetings from Shell Beach, with the most fucked up looking... Look at the sun. Look at how messed up he is. Anyway. Shell Beach, view of the Bay Area taken by Mike Sangiorgio from his garden on top of the hill. That's cute. It looks bloody weird, though. Fisheries. Yeah. Anyway. That's good. Gotta love Jennifer Connelly. She's great, especially because she sings in the film, and they actually use the version that she sung in the director's cut. They don't do that in the theatrical cut. Yet another reason to watch the director's cut over the theatrical cut, because it actually gives you the true vision, and gives you the true version of Jennifer Connelly's character. But yeah, new 4K restoration from the original 35mm negative, approved by the director of photography. The director had still watched it, and he approved of it as well. Brand new audio commentary, archival commentary. Roger Ebert did a commentary, which is really interesting. If you like The Matrix, you'll like this. It's not as good, but it's still very good. It's just not as iconic, I don't think. There's a new hour-long documentary featuring interviews with director Alex Proyas and producer and a bunch of other people. A lot of good special features. Even Disc 2 with the theatrical cut has the archival commentary by Alex Proyas and the writers. David S. Goyer, I forgot he wrote this film. And the director of photography and production designer. Archival commentary with Roger Ebert, which is interesting that he did commentaries on both films, both versions. Memories of Shell Beach, which is a 2008 featurette. I don't think I have many of these. Maybe Architect of Dreams and Memories of Shell Beach I might have on the old Blu-ray. Oh, there is I'm As Much in the Dark as You Are, a new visual essay by film scholar Josh Nelson on film noir and identity in Dark City. I'm friends with him on Facebook. What else did we get in this set? You get your booklet, which has got some interesting artwork there of the of a needle on a bathroom floor, and of course Kiefer Sutherland. And without showing you anything that could potentially spoil the film, that's an image you've already seen. Another image of Jennifer Connelly. Yeah, just good essays, breaking down the film, looking at it. There's a lot of visual stuff in here that I don't want to show you, just in cases you want to actually watch the film and be like, wow, that's insane. But yes, they're both presented in 4K resolution, HDR10 and Dolby Vision. They are scanned in 35mm, very nice, with a Dolby Atmos mix. And of course, last but not least, in the set is always the poster, which will be, I'd say, new artwork and original artwork, the same as the set itself. Yeah. The new artwork, original artwork. It's nice to have a big poster of it. It's one of those disappointments for me, because I really like Dark City. I think I'd probably say I like it more than The Crow, and I like it more than his other, the Spirits of the Sky film. I think if anything, I would have loved to have gotten that, like, this set signed by him. Could always do that if he comes back to Supernova. I mean, he lives in Australia, so he could. But I was happy to get the film I got signed by him, because, again, it was a nice release from Umbrella Entertainment. So that's Outrun. Now let's look at what I got from, of course, DeadEndDVD. So I'll do the other Arrow. We've got Cruising. This one I've seen once before. I saw the old Blu-ray that Arrow had done, it was the reason why I didn't want to get the upgrade, because I'm like, I'm content with the Blu-ray I had, but then I'd heard some really good reviews about the actual 4K itself, saying it really gives it some great life, in contrast to the previous restoration and color grading and everything. Like the UHD disc actually gives it some extra well-worthy upticks in detail. But yes, of course, just like Dark City, has a sleeve, which is very glossy in its own right. Like, it's textured, actually. It's not glossy, it's got this weird leather-like texture, which is really cool. You can see, like, all the lines and stuff. Like, there's actually, like, a weird texture to it. Anyway, of course, you get all your special features there, which, yep, there you go. If you want to pause it and read it, you can always just go on their website and whatever. But it's a brand new 4K restoration from the original 35mm negative, 120-page perfect bound book, collector's book, featuring articles from The Village Voice, The New York Times, essays from the film's extras, including an introduction from Friedkin, and an archival interview from Al Pacino, reversible sleeve, featuring original and newly commissioned artwork by Sister Hyde. I've got artwork by Sister Hyde before in other sets. So yeah, it has Dolby Vision, original lossless English mono, 2.0 stereo, and 5.1, that's very nice. English subtitles, 2 archival commentaries, a bunch of interviews as well, alternate footage, and then disc 2 is all the extras, which has a fuck ton of interviews with different actors and all kinds of stuff. It's most of it's archival, but there's a couple of brand new ones. I don't know if there's anything of anyone I know who worked on this. A history of cruising, an archival featurette looking at the film's origins and production, exercise in cruising, an archival featurette looking at the controversy surrounding the film and its enduring legacy. Friedkin's Beyond Fest 2022 Q&A at the American Cinematic, extensive image gallery featuring international promo material, on-set sketches, and more. It is worth noting, because this is the US release that I bought. Did I even know that? I don't know. Well, it obviously doesn't have the 15 sticker, but the Blu-ray disc is, in this case, from the US. So, it's got different artwork there. It's just such interesting black and white imagery with just one minor picture there in the middle. And it's different artwork to what's on the sleeve, which is nice. But yeah, so the Blu-ray will be region A, but at least the film, if you're in Australia and you don't have a region-free player, you can still watch all the other special features on the 4K disc without needing to worry about region codes. Much better artwork than the previous release, I'll give it that. I think it does have... Oh, it does have the original shit. I don't know which one I prefer. There's that artwork there, and that artwork there. I might go with that because it's the original artwork, and given that the 4K and Blu-ray discs still have the same, like, concurrent artwork. It's curious that they don't have that matching, like, the new artwork doesn't match the set design, if you will. Like, even the, like, this artwork here matches in its own right the new artwork, at least in style, even though it's not in subject. But, it's curious. Cruising screenplay by William Friedkin. What? From the novel by Gerald Walker. Is this actually... Holy shit. Oh, no, that can't be an actual... They've got a script excerpt. Has script page 1, page 5, 18 to 20, 30 to 33, handwritten pages by Friedkin, and a bunch of others, as you can see there. Has a whole contents menu. So it is the screenplay. It's just in different parts, which is very interesting. Yeah, the handwritten notes. Yeah, that's really cool. It's always lovely. Like, I love seeing original screenplays and stuff like that, but to see it just mass-produced in this... I shouldn't say mass-produced, but just produced in a specific way. That's really interesting. Also, it's bound. Like, it's actually, like, a photocopy of the actual screenplay, which is cute. I had no idea that they did that. Somehow I missed the part on the back where it actually said it had the screenplay. Where does it even say that? No, it doesn't say that anywhere here, which is really interesting. That's very strange that it doesn't have it written down there, because the only page book it says is the 120-page perfect bound collector's book featuring the articles by the Village Voice and the New York Times and the essays and whatever. That's very strange. Get your booklet, which is the 120-page bound book, whatever. Try to make sure there's no graphic nature shown in here, but obviously there's a fuck ton of essays, which is great. Not by anyone that I know, which is perfectly fine. Hey, look, it's that image that's on the disc. And yeah, so obviously, yeah, bunch of images. Try to make sure I don't show anything explicit just in case, but yeah, just your regular essays, which is good. It's always good to have this kind of stuff. I wonder if there's any alternate kind of artwork or anything. Not really. It's got a whole thing about the restoration as well, like a whole essay about it, which is good. Because obviously they went, like, I think they went back to basics, like back to scratch to actually do this restoration rather than how it was in the original 4K transfer that they had on the original Blu-ray disc. Which again, like I said, I already have that original Blu-ray disc. I didn't need to get this 4K, but I heard it was just such a good looking 4K. And this one you get, again, the same as the reversible artwork on the slip, on the actual case itself. The original poster and the newer artwork. But I don't even know if it's new. I think it is new artwork. This is the hide one. Which might have been the same artwork that they used in the old release, but I'm pretty sure the old release didn't have good artwork. I didn't like the artwork on the old release. I don't need that release anymore. At least I don't think so. So at least I'll give it that. There's enough varied range. You know, you still get your standard case, but everything else, you know, different artwork on the case. This one has a beautiful texture to it. I wonder if that's deliberate, the almost fake-looking leather look. I have seen the film, so I very much know that that's probably a deliberate point, but very nicely textured. A very unique slip, to be honest. It's one of those where I wouldn't understand someone throwing that out, because I don't know why people do that. People just throw out the slips. It doesn't make any sense to me. J-cards, sure, I guess, but just fold them up. Honestly, you never know when you need those details. Let's look at the last one, Entertaining Mr. Sloan. Do these look a bit queer to you? I think they do. I think that's deliberate. Maybe. It is. So yeah, you got Entertaining Mr. Sloan, very, masculine. You got reviews on the back, which is interesting. Love the one that just says kinky. Enormously funny, sick comedy. Sick because it's gay. 4 of the best performances of the year. Then we get different artwork on the inside. I like these slips. I know that not Severin, I guess Severin do them as well. I haven't really noticed any Severin ones that I've got that have these same kind of slips. But Vinegar Syndrome do similar ones as well with that kind of indent, which is very nice. And of course then you get your standard Blu-ray case on the inside and all your standard details. I think it's region A. Okay, that's fine. I've got a region free player. But yeah, so what is it, 1970 film, 94 minutes long. You get an audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson and Aughton scholar Dr. Emma Parker, archival interview of actor Peter McKinney, All My Sloans, 60 Years of Joe Orton's Mr. Sloan, featuring Malcolm McDowell and Maxwell Caulfield. I don't know why I was mixing the two names together. Maxwell Caulfield. Archival interview of John Lahr, author of Prick Up Your Ears, the biography of Joe Orton. Or Aughton. Archival interview of Leonie Aughton, remembering her brother Joe Orton-esque. Screenwriter David McGivery on the lasting influence of Joe Orton. I've never heard of this guy before. Out of character Rosie White on the inimitable identities of Beryl Reid. Archival locations featurette, and last but not least, the most important one, Threads of Desire, Costuming and Sexuality in Entertaining Mr. Sloan, video essay by costume historian Alyssa Rose. So she's the reason why I knew that this release existed. And again, Peter McKinney's from Negatives. That's another one that was from Severin that Lee also did a commentary on. So I meant in an interview. I think he actually interviewed Peter McKinney. No. Did he? There's an interview of Peter McKinney, but it's only like 5 minutes long, but lead to the video essay. From a memory back quite a bit. No alternate artwork, just the disc artwork, which is the same as the slip. So yeah, cute. But yeah, very curious to watch this. English mono as well, for those curious. Now scanned in 2K from the original camera negative with 4+ hours of new and archival special features. So yeah. Surely would have appreciated me picking this one up, despite the fact that he never got to work on it. But yeah, I have seen Alyssa actually in the flesh do a couple of presentations at the Cinemaniacs, and she's got a bunch of commentaries on other releases, as well as some with Lee, so yeah. Alright, so now to do the wrap-up, the verses, the best of, the worst of. What do I think of the websites? Because this is more than just a standard unboxing video. Mostly because I've only got the 4 releases. To be fair, I have no criticisms with DeadEndDVD or OutrunDVD. They've always got good customer service. Like, Outrun know who I am on Instagram, so if there's any issues with my orders, they will message me on Instagram about it, which is great. DeadEnd will do the same if they have to, because they also just know who I am. But that one, because I've actually met them in the flesh. It's very easy to find stuff on their websites and everything. Not everything that you probably would want is there, but again, it's whatever they can get in stock. But I like how there's at least a difference between both stores. Like, there is still some stores, some products, like again, the Mr. Sloan one that was on DeadEndDVD, but it wasn't on Outrun, and I was waiting for Outrun to have it, and then I just went on DeadEnd because I was like, oh, I'll just see what they have, and they had Entertainment Mr. Sloan. I'm like, oh, I do want to get that, and they also had Cruising, so I'm like, I do want to get Cruising as well, and it was like maybe 100, 120 to get the 2, so I was happy with that, and maybe 100, 130 I think it was for the other 2 from Outrun, because the Kingdom of Heaven was more expensive, because that was like a $60-odd 4K, so yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, look, they come in quickly, they're packaged well. I've never had any damaged products or any issues from them in the past, and hopefully it will continue that way. So, overall review, good on both of y'all. I'm not gonna, I was never gonna come into this with a hugely negative light. I had no intention of being like, oh, I'm gonna rip that shit out of them. It's like, no, I'm a happy customer, and I'm happy to promote them on the channel, not sponsored at all. Maybe I should have mentioned at the start of the video, this was a scam. They didn't know I was doing this. I never asked. I'm just a customer who does fucking videos like this. Joel knows. He sent me a little card that says he loves the videos. I still have that card. It was a business card, but he wrote on it. That was before I think I even met him in the flesh. But yeah, anyway, that's all. There'll be links down below to both of their websites, just in case you're interested, OutrunDVD and DeadEndDVD. Yeah, if you're in Victoria, in Australia, they're good stores to order from. If you're in Australia, they're good stores to order from. I don't know about their international delivery, but I mean, at the same time, I feel like if you're wanting to get what they offer, stores outside of the US, like outside of Australia, like Orbit DVD, I know in the US, there are other stores in the UK that have the same kind of equivalent where they'll order in and whatever. But no, I've been happily buying from them for a while, since Outrun basically got started, and DeadEnd, because they happen to have Martin, the limited edition second sight release, and that's what I first bought from them, and from there on out, for the past 2 or 3 years now, I've been buying from them. Off and on, because, you know, it depends on what they've got and what the prices are and whatever, because, again, sometimes I might go with directly from the website, especially I've got 2-hour video releases. I could have gone directly to the web store for it, but I was happier buying it with these stores, because I like buying multiple things with them. I don't want to spend the extra bit of money for the shipping for just one item. I'm like, I want to find something else that they've got unique there, so yeah, and I want a Dark City, so of course I got Dark City, and for Kingdom of Heaven, why not get the upgrade? It has all these special features. There's no reason I shouldn't get this release. And, yeah, Entertaining Mr. Sloan and Cruising, because Cruising, good upgrade. Entertaining Mr. Sloan, just good to have a new film. So, yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you kids next time. And, thanks again to DeadEnd and Outrun for being just good at their jobs. Hooray! Bye.